So we are being sold out. We are being lied to. We are not being told the full truth, all right? And now things are finally coming out. They were saying that this is the most intelligence that they've ever seen on a unclassified report relating to this kind of information, all right? This is huge. This is a national security risk, and the people at the highest levels are selling us out all across the board. Honestly, this is sketchy. This is not okay. The people in our government, we should be able to trust them to be loyal to America, all right? And we honestly can't. So if you didn't see, over 150 nuclear weapons scientists for the United States, okay? Over 150. This is huge. Just confirmed. There's probably way more, all right? But this is just confirmed. Their names and everything started working for the United States and their nuclear program, and now they are recruited for the Chinese government and working for them and building technology and infrastructure for them, all right? This is huge. This is a next level stuff, all right? The report was saying, Congressman commented saying that the American taxpayers are essentially footing the bill for China's research and development for their technology. And now they're saying like America needs to go back to the drawing board because all of our technology is essentially compromised. We don't really have any edge on China at all, technological wise, because all of our scientists, and this has happened over the past decade or two, the past couple decades, you know, every year there's whatever 10 scientists that go there, that leave the US and go to China. How are we allowing this to happen? All right. And they're helping them build deep earth penetrating warheads, hypersonic missiles, and quiet subs and drones. All right. And the deep earth penetrating warheads are critical because those can be used to target our missile silos in the United States. All right. So if you don't know, a lot of our nuclear weapons are stored underground, like in mountains, all right, in very remote areas, very deep under the earth, so they can't be hit from the outside and force another explosion, you know, force our own warheads to be hit and explode on our own ground, okay? But we were one of the only ones with this technology originally, but now our scientists have given the technology to China, all right? And places like Colorado, I believe there's a bunch of missile silos right here, all right? Montana too, I think. A lot of this like northwest region of the United States has a lot of missile silos because it's very desolate, but it's also a vulnerability, all right? And China could share this information with Russia very easily, all right? Very easily. I don't know if they would want to, because I think China wants to keep Russia at a distance so they can, you know, do whatever's best for China, all right? I don't really think China's loyal to anyone. I think China just uses people until they're done, and China wants to be on top, all right? And what else is going on with China, all right? These are nuclear scientists, but what about the president's own son? All right. And don't get mad. This is real. This is true. This is in the New York Times. It's documented. This is in the Washington Post. This is documented that he had business deals with energy companies in China. Okay. And if you know anything about any business in China, they are highly regulated and monitored by the government. Apple in China has to give China access to the master key system to every iPhone in China. They have to give that to the government. Apple has to hand that over. Apple, an American company. So what do you think an energy company in China is doing? It's probably essentially completely state-run and state-controlled. And he was getting millions and millions of dollars to have partnerships with this company. And he doesn't really have any energy company experience, okay? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, all right? So I'm just saying, this could be a conflict of interest. This could be a national security issue. He could have obligations to people in China, and it could be affecting our national security too. All right. And this is completely real, completely backed up, this deal with this Chinese energy company. It's public. It's not a secret or anything. This isn't like gossip or anything like that, because I know there's a lot more going on too, but this is literally confirmed. All right. And has to do with China. And if you didn't know this too, all right, so China has land, quote, farmland all over the United States, all right, all over. They've been buying a bunch of it in North Dakota recently, right near military bases. They recently bought a massive farm that was like 10 miles from a massive military base in North Dakota. And apparently it's just a Chinese farmer, don't worry, but the ties are directly correlated to the CCP. And if you've ever heard of Huawei, all right, this is a very controversial company that has been banned in the US, but at one point their cell towers and their technology was all over the United States, and it was right near military bases, okay? And these acted like almost like Stinger cell phone towers, okay? If you've ever heard of those, police have like Stinger towers. They can set up like fake little cell phone towers that intercept your cell phone traffic. So when you call or text, it goes through their little Stinger, their little fake tower, so they can grab all the data. All right, this is real. Go look it up. It's completely real. But China, their technology with Huawei, that's essentially what all these antennas and all your routers, your home router might be a Huawei, or it might be a branch company of Huawei. You should really look into it. That could be compromised. All right, tons of phones were made by Huawei. They were in everything, and the U.S. government came out and said, like, this company's a security risk, and we need to ban this. I'm pretty sure when Trump was in, like, the CEO of Huawei, like, had charges or something, or they got kicked out of the United States, something along those lines. I can't remember all the little details on it, but the point is, China has their fingers in everything. All right, they're everywhere, and we are compromised. All right, from the highest levels, we are facing all these risks in the world. Look at this speech that Putin just made. All right, we are facing all these risks, and then our national security, our military, our IP, our technology, that's the most important thing. We didn't even touch on how China steals pretty much every business's IP in America, steals their intellectual property, and then makes it for super cheap and then sells it on like eBay or Amazon or whatever. China just allows it. This is breaking international law. There's no recourse for that. All right, we don't even have to get into that. Because that's like more of a economic thing. That's destroying us economically, but this is straight national security risk. So let me know what you guys think. What should we do?